In this video, I'm going to teach you how to find and evaluate profitable products to sell on Amazon to make sure that you find a winning product. And just to give you a heads up, the method that I'm about to show you is based on pure numerical analysis, and it might get a little bit technical, but this is how the pros do it. If you can follow this tutorial, then you have what it takes to make money on Amazon. And if you're having problems following along, or if you don't have the desire to get down to the nitty-gritty, then perhaps selling on Amazon is not for you. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. So first off, in order to follow this tutorial that I'm about to give you, you must first understand some of the fundamentals and assumptions on how to be successful on Amazon. So number one, success on Amazon is a game of keyword research. No one shops on Amazon by going through the categories. Most people find products to buy on Amazon because they type in what they're looking for in the search bar. 2. Your ability to sell well on Amazon depends on finding high volume keywords that are not that competitive. 3, and this one is important, the order of the keywords and phrases matters. For example, if people are searching for bridal handkerchiefs on Amazon, a listing with handkerchiefs for the bride will not rank nearly as well as a listing with the exact words bridal handkerchiefs in the title. 4, there is a limited amount of space on an Amazon listing to include your targeted keywords, so you have to be selective. You want to choose the highest volume keywords that are not well targeted by other listings. And finally, 5, most sellers on Amazon actually do not know what they're doing, and there's plenty of low-hanging fruit if you know where to look. So how does one evaluate whether a product is viable or not? Well, to do it right, you have to go through the painstaking process of looking through all the best-selling product listings for what you want to sell, figure out which keywords are ranking well for, and more importantly, what they are not ranking well for, and see if there's any openings for you to make money with your own product. Now, if this process sounds tedious, it is. But fortunately, there are tools out there to help us out. And the best one that I've found so far is a tool called Data Dive. Basically, Data Dive will go through every best-selling listing on Amazon for what you want to sell, figure out which keywords you can go for that very few sellers are going for, and help you evaluate whether pursuing a particular product is worth selling. There's literally a quiz that you fill out based on data that tells you whether selling the product will make you money based on your risk tolerance. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a hands-on demo of the tool using the product disposable slippers. I'm going to try to go as slow as possible and explain everything in detail, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. By the way, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you sign up for my 6-day mini course below as well. Okay, so I'm going to start this tutorial over at my blog at mywifequitherjob.com. And what I want you to do is I want you to go to Tools, Products I Love, scroll down, and then click here to sign up for Data Dive. I have a coupon here. I actually forgot how much it's for, but if you do end up liking this tool, click this link and you'll get a discount for life. All right, so once you have this tool installed, there are two components to it. One, there's a web app, and there's also a Chrome extension. All right, so I'm just going to walk you through how this works. First thing you need to do is you need to decide on something that you want to research. Now, for this example, I'm going to use disposable slippers. All right, so what I did is I typed in disposable slippers into Amazon to do a search. Now, what you need to do is you need to feed into the Data Dive tool all of the best-selling disposable slipper sellers on Amazon. So basically what you do is you go through and you find the highest volume listings that sell the most on Amazon, right? You want to be comparing the best of the best sellers on Amazon for disposable slippers. So when you install Data Dive, there'll be this nice little box here. And if you click the plus sign, that means you want to analyze this particular product. So I kind of did this ahead of time to save time, but basically I picked the listings with the highest number of total monthly sales. So you can see here, I went through and I checked this one. I checked this one that gets 135. I checked this one that gets 465. So basically I checked off every listing that gets over 100 sales per month. All right, so all I did is I literally just went down this entire front page and then checked off all the ones that sell a lot. This one I didn't check off because it only gets 30 sales per month. I didn't check this one off because it's not a disposable slipper. But basically I went through and checked everything off before I hit this video. And the next step is to hit this button here, which is the Data Dive Chrome extension. So basically what I did at this point is I added all these items to the ASIN tray. And basically what you want to do now is you just want to select all of them, select a new niche, disposable slippers, and then click on Dive. All right, so what does this do? Basically, once you click on Dive, what the tool does is it amasses all the data around all the best-selling sellers for disposable slippers and puts them in a nice table for you to review. So once it's done diving, this usually takes about 30 seconds. It amasses all of those products in one table. I'm going to show you what this table looks like. Okay, so first off, this looks complicated. But what it's doing is it's telling you what every single bestseller on Amazon for disposable slippers ranks for and how well they rank for that keyword. So for example, this number one seller here sells over $42,000 worth of slippers every single month. And as you can see here, these are the keywords that are driving most of their sales. As you can see here, they rank pretty much in the top 10 for most of these keywords. Okay, so this bestseller is pretty formidable. But if you look down at some of the other bestsellers, you'll notice that they're not doing such a good job. So for example, this seller here makes $14,000 a month, but they're not even ranking for spa slippers. Basically, the reason for this is they have not included spa slippers in the title of their product. And that's why Amazon hasn't ranked for it. But look, this is actually the keyword with the highest search volume possible. So basically what I'm trying to demonstrate here is even though these products on the front page of Amazon are making a lot of money, a lot of them aren't doing a good job. And this is all nicely color-coded for you. Basically, anything that's green means that this seller is not doing a good job with that keyword. So for example, this seller who's making $14,000 isn't even ranking for hotel slippers. The keyword hotel slippers is a major driver of sales. So you can see here, all these guys who are making like over $10,000 a month, a lot of them are not doing a good job at all. Like look at this guy here. This guy's making $8,700 a month, but they're not even ranking for hardly any of the keywords that are driving most of the traffic. So what does this tell you here? There could be some room for you to come in and target all these keywords in your listing and do a better job than everyone else. All right, so let me just go through some of the other features. One of the really good features of this tool also is that it can find outlier keywords. Basically, what an outlier keyword is, it's a keyword that hardly any listing among the best sellers that you're looking at are actually targeting. So in this case, the keyword house slippers, hardly anyone is targeting. So if you were to just target that one keyword, you could probably start ranking for that keyword for your disposable slippers and do very well on Amazon. There's also indoor slippers, white slippers, travel slippers, home slippers. These keywords are not well served at all. So what's cool about Data Dive is that it includes a quiz that you can take that will literally assign a number that will help you decide whether you want to sell this product or not. But the tool uses some terminology, which I'm going to explain to you. And you're going to have to understand what this terminology is in order to fill out this quiz. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on roots. Basically what roots are, these are keywords that have 2 or more words in them that are distinguishing features that describe the product. So as you can see here, slipper guest is a root. Disposable slipper is something that people are searching for. Spa slipper is important. Hotel slipper is important. House slipper is important. Guest slipper is important, but it's the same as slipper guest. Let's see, slipper woman and slipper bulk are important keywords. Okay, so basically this tool tells you what the important keywords are that are driving the sales. The other cool features of the tool is that it actually allows you to see all of the listings and all the extra images that you have all in one nice table. So immediately I can just comb down, look at all my competitors to see if they're doing a good job on their listing or not. And also there's trends in terms of search to see whether the search volume for this keyword is trending up or down. All right, so I'm going to go through the coolest feature of the tool now, which is the product scorecard. So this is a scorecard that assigns a number that will help you to decide how hard it would be to sell this particular product. Now this number can be anywhere from negative all the way up to 1,500. And in an ideal world, you want something closer to 1,500, but I would just say getting 1,500 is almost impossible. So anything I would say above 400 or 500 is doable. All right, so all you got to do is fill in these questions and it will assign a product score. And based on this score, you can decide whether you want to sell this product. Okay, so let's just go through each one of these questions step by step, and I'll try to explain all of them. So the number of keyword roots. So if there are 7 or more, that is great, because the more ways that there are to describe a product, that's more ways that you have the advantage of ranking for keyword terms that other people who are not using this tool aren't ranking for. All right, so the way you calculate this is you just go through the roots and you just count to see how many there are. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keyword roots. Okay, so I go back to the scorecard and I enter in 7. So what is the distribution of root search volume? Okay, so basically, if you look at the top 2 roots, you want to know that they contribute less than 50% of the overall search volume. Okay, so I'll show you how to calculate that. The first 2 mainly searched keywords here contribute about 19,000 search volume. So what you're looking for is, do all the other keywords added together make up over 50% of the overall search volume for this niche? As you can see here, these top 2 are 19,000, but if you were to add up all these other ones, they greatly exceed 19,000, which is a good thing. Again, the more keywords that you can have to describe a product, the more it is to your advantage, especially if you're using this tool. So in here, I clicked on less than 50%. So this number should actually be 150, but the next question is the number of relevant keywords that have over 150 searches per month. Once again, you go to the roots. Okay, so I'm just going to count the number of keyword roots that have over 150 search volume. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. It looks like around 36, probably more than that, over 36. You'll notice I didn't count some of these because some of these keywords are not relevant. You only want to count the relevant ones. Okay, so we go back to our product scorecard and we click more than 31. And then under profitability, will this product be relevant for more than 5 years? Yes, slippers are going to be around for 5 years. What is the ROI? This is actually a step that I'm not going to cover in this video, but basically you want to go and look on Alibaba to make sure that your ROI is at least 100%. All right, so I'm going to assume that they are here. I actually did this research ahead of time. It is, in fact, over 100%. So I'm going to check this one off. And in terms of potential, can you save costs on new packaging? I'm going to click no. Can you realistically get a utility patent? No. Can you get one or more design patents? No. Can you redesign your product and add desired features? Yes. So what I did for these disposable slippers is I looked at the negative reviews, mainly the 2- and 3-star reviews. And I found that most people were complaining that these slippers fall off easily. So one thing that I could do to improve these slippers would be to add like a heel strap to make sure it stays on. So yes, I can definitely improve upon these with a very small change. So I'm going to click yes here. Can you save on shipping and fulfillment costs? I'm going to click no. And then I'm going to look at competitiveness. Okay, so this is where you actually have to use some of the data from the tool. So in terms of the number of reviews, how many of the top 10 competitors have over 1,000 reviews? So basically you just go over here. So you just start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it looks like only 4 out of the top 10 have reviews over 1,000. Okay, so I click 4 or more have more than 1,000 reviews. Now you have to analyze how good the listings are. Do more than 5 of the top 10 competitors have great images and A+ content? This is where you click on the deep dive button and you just kind of look at the images of the competitors that are doing well. As you can see here, most of these guys know what they're doing in terms of imagery. They're all using A+ content, multiple images, infographics. So I would say, in terms of listing quality and taking images, most of these sellers know what they're doing. All right, so I'm going to go back to the product scorecard and click off more than 5 of the top 10 competitors have great images. Now, in terms of written content, what you're looking for is to see how well your competitors are doing in terms of keyword research. Now, what the tool is asking you is, do less than 4 of the top 10 competitors have 3 or more of the top keywords in exact form in their title? And the easy way to do this is just go to, first you got to check the master keyword list. Okay, the top 3 keywords for this item are spa slippers, disposable slippers, and hotel slippers. So what you want to do is you want to look at the top 10 and see if the top 10 uses all 3 of those keywords in exact match in their titles. And I already went through this exercise. The answer is no. Okay, less than 4 of the top 10 actually use all 3 keywords in their title. This next parameter has to do with Amazon SEO. Do the competitors that you selected occupy over 60% of the keyword volume for that particular niche? Right? And so the way you look at that is you look at the master keyword list. So what you're looking for here is the percentage of keywords on page 1. And basically you're just counting the ones that are pink or orange. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. Okay, so I'm going to click here. More than 6 competitors are on the front page. What is the average price point? It is between $16 and $49. Is the trend going up or down? This is where this handy graph comes into play. And as you can see here, the trend is going up in terms of search volume. Okay, so I've clicked that it's up. This product is not seasonal. You also want to check the number of variations. Now, the reason why is because if you have a competitor that has a whole bunch of variations, the likelihood of someone landing on that item and finding what they want is much higher. Okay, so the way you look at the number of variations, you just go through the top 10 and you count to see which ones have more than 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it looks like 7. So in this case, I'm entering at least 6 of the top competitors have 4 more variations. Are there any major brands? One of the advantages of this niche is that there's no major brands dominating. And this one's asking if Amazon's actually selling an Amazon branded product, and the answer is no. And that is pretty much it. I tend to ignore this parameter. Okay, so this item has a total product score of 600, which is pretty good. In general, if you see a negative score, you want to stay away. Anything from like 0 to 300 is kind of borderline. I would say anything over that is moderate. And obviously anything over 1,000 is, you should probably sell it. But as you can see here, this tool gives you a quantitative way of deciding whether you want to pursue a particular product, and it gives you all the data. What's cool here is that it literally tells you which keywords that some of these top listings that are making tens of thousands of dollars a month are missing. And this just goes to show that even though you're making a lot of money on Amazon, like a lot of these people are, they don't really know what they're doing because they're not doing a great job of keyword research. And with a tool like Data Dive, you can find these keywords and easily dominate for these high volume keywords because you're doing this research that none of these other competitors are using. Okay, so I know this was a little bit complicated, so feel free to ask me questions in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Now that you know how to analyze a potential product that you want to sell online, watch this video here to learn how to brainstorm a bunch of products that you can actually plug into Data Dive to get a better answer.